not their senators, because we learn from two ways: observation and participation. So if they don't observe, they don't participate with people that come from a different area than they are in, they're not going to participate, nor are they going to change their mindset, because we don't learn that way. We learn two ways. And empirical data shows us this is how you teach kids in school. This is how you teach kids in college. This is how you teach people on the job. It's either observation or participation. So I'm in 100% disagreement with not showing up there. It's one thing to drive. I use my district as an example. I stay in the 22nd district. So if you drive in the 22nd district and you're knocking on people's doors that don't vote, how's that going to affect me? Now, if you come up there to the state and you come to my office and I see 100, I see 50 people, 200 people, if I just see 2 people that come up there that's lobbying, that's arguing against something, that's something that's directly going to affect me, because now I have a direct interaction with somebody I never would have talked to, as opposed to you going into an area that they probably not going to have any input either, because they not going to open the door. Like, why are you here? Political participation is something that we've seen when we talk about the changes. When you look at the Second Reconstruction, the Second Reconstruction didn't change because people wanted to have civil rights laws. The Second Reconstruction changed because you had people that was going up to the state capitol and the federal capitals and was lobbying for structural changes in the law. That's the only reason it changed. It didn't change because people went from Mississippi to Louisiana. It changed because they went from Louisiana and Mississippi to Washington. So if we want to be effective, we have to not only talk to people on both sides of the aisles and our representatives, but our faces have to be shown. When you talk about that's the reason why lobbyists come up there. Lobbyists don't go knocking door to door in people's neighborhoods, because that's ineffective. Lobbyists come knocking door to door in different offices at the state capitol. They stop people to talk to them. There's different representatives, there's Republicans, Democrats, senators, and what have you. Because this is the way that you start a dialogue and you have a direct communication. They don't go into people's districts. Senator, I'll
be really brief, but I'm going to agree with Representative Ellington. Jefferson City is a one-stop shop for you to be able to talk to all the folks you need to talk to that don't either look like us or think like us. Okay? The representative, I will respectfully disagree. I think what has happened is he's a very new representative. He's been there a month and a half, so he's discouraged by the process as well. Knowing that as a Democrat and as an African American, he feels that, which is true, our voices are much less heard than the majority. However, I will tell you, over my tenure there, and anybody that's been in the Capitol for several years, the times that has been most impactful is when folks have come by the busloads and filled up the Capitol, and they hear you every single time. If that happens, if you bring 5 people, you're not going to be heard. If you bring a busload of people, they hear those people. When those committee hearings are full, when folks are standing room only, those are the committees where they hear the people that have come to the Capitol. Representative Ellington is absolutely there.
Well, I'm also a new rep, but my feelings is the same, that we have to stand up because on the floor, you know, we were advocating for this position, but I think we needed to have people there, also in the stands, and also on the steps, because they're taking this state 100 years back. And we have to go back to marching in the streets, to making it known that we cannot just arrange the veterans, we are taking this state back 100 years, and we have to advocate. All people advocated across color lines, gender, age, and we have to stand up for our rights, because a lot of these attacks are constitutional attacks. They're chipping away at our constitutional rights, and we cannot let this happen. And also, some of the issues I saw on the other side is they don't want to appear to be racist, but the effect of this bill is racial. So we have to stand up and say, even though you don't want to appear to be racial, you are racial. You're affecting our areas just dramatically. And you're affecting our elderly. You're affecting our veterans. You're affecting women. And we can't take this country back, this state back 100 years. This is, I mean, my daughter is young, and I want her to know that we all work together. We all will have a voice. Everybody matters. So we have to march on the steps. We have to march in our neighborhoods. We have to be heard, regardless of whether we're in the majority or the minority. It's not acceptable.
Representative Gail had
I just wanted to take just a minute Really to give kudos to the representatives at this table on the House side. We debated the voter ID bill literally all day on Wednesday. We recessed for lunch, we recessed for dinner, and they finally PQ'd us at 9 o'clock. And when they got, that was for the joint, they called for the previous question, which basically stops our debate. That was just on the joint resolution. At 9 o'clock, when they PQ'd us, we were all geared up to start on the bill. And they PQ'd us immediately and did not even give us the opportunity to speak on the bill at all. But the representatives up here at this table fought all day long. And I can't tell you enough, coming down to Jeff City, what kind of impact that is going to have. So we invite you to come down. Please do.
And I know you want to speak again, Representative.